Once upon a time, in a bustling household, a group of mischievous kids were up to no good. They had just chased away their 17th nanny, leaving their father exasperated. Despite his anger, he couldn't bring himself to discipline them. Out of options, he visited the nanny agency, hoping to hire a new one. But as soon as they saw him, the agency immediately closed up shop. The man pleaded for another chance, but they wouldn't listen. Back at home, the kids had set their sights on the chef. They first distracted him with a toy mouse, then snuck up behind him. By the time the chef woke up, he was all tied up. The kids were having a blast in the kitchen, adding stinky socks to the mashed potatoes and playing on a seesaw. It's clear that when it comes to wrecking a house, unruly kids are the best choice. Just then, a mysterious figure appeared at the door. She was incredibly ugly and introduced herself as McPhee, the new nanny. The father's face lit up with a smile, not doubting her identity for a second. And just like that, McPhee was officially on the job. When McPhee entered the kitchen, the kids were still running amok. She told them to clean up the kitchen immediately and go straight to bed. The kids just laughed, with no intention of stopping. Unfazed, McPhee pulled out her cane and gently tapped it on the ground. Something magical happened. The kids found themselves unable to stop, forced to repeat their previous actions over and over. But they still wouldn't give in, until the youngest was placed on the seesaw, with a boiling pot not far away. At the last second, the oldest finally begged for mercy. McPhee tapped her cane once more, and after a puff of smoke, the kitchen was spotless. Everyone was stunned and had no choice but to go to bed. The next day, the kids wanted to sleep in. They smeared flour on their faces and squeezed on some ketchup. When McPhee came to wake them, they pretended to be sick, saying they needed to stay in bed all day. Of course, McPhee wasn't fooled. She played along, agreeing that if they didn't want to get up, they could stay in bed all day. She left, but not before leaving a little gift. The kids thought their scheme had worked, but they soon realized they couldn't get out of bed. They struggled like crazy, but it was no use. Soon, McPhee returned with a bottle of medicine. If they were sick, they needed to take their medicine. She poured out a spoonful of a liquid that looked like crude oil and forced the kids to swallow it.